and I are in the same place. Isn't that fun? So we're here. Murph is looking great. There's a light shining from heaven. Or there's an alien.
I mean, there actually kind of is. And it's spotlighted on you.
It's very nice.
There's not really much I can do about it,
nice
though.
I can go here. Look at I cannot get and then get beamed up. It goes back and forth. So we are here from the wonderful state of Pennsylvania, and we went to the Fishtown Card Show again, and we bought, we sold, and we traded from the Fishtown Card Show.
You did more trading than I did.
I think I did.
I think I made one trade all day.
I made many a trade all day.
I did lots of selling.
Yeah.
Some buying. Probably wish I did a little more buying. But here's the thing. You're annoyed with this light, aren't you? I'm sorry. Listen, we're in the process of selling the house.
I just have to
As most of you know from my setup, and I think we talked about this on maybe last week or 2 weeks ago on the show.
Yes.
My setup is different.
Yes.
Right? My setup used to be over there.
Yeah.
So now with where we are,
because Murph is moving.
It's not. Yeah. So we had a bed that was in this exact spot that
You're
we
moving.
have since gotten rid of. But yeah, the light's not as good here, but you have to bear with us for the next 2 hours. And
well, my logo does have a sun rising out of a coffee cup, and so
there's our sun rising.
It is fitting that the sun is rising here. We did wake up before the sun rose today. I set
a long time before the sun rose today.
2 alarms, and then I didn't open my eyes because Murph was trying to blind me. I think he put one of those cat lights on me.
You
put a laser in my face.
wake you up when I got out of the
Yeah.
shower. And that's exactly what I did.
Hey, man, are you up? He put a laser in my face. I didn't open my eyes because I don't want to be blinded by the laser. And now I have rays in my face.
I gave him the good old-fashioned you up text.
Yeah. And I gave you the good old-fashioned one that I sent to my ex-girlfriend's new number, who dis. So we went to the Fishtown Card Show. It's in Philadelphia. Wonderful time. Staff is great. People are awesome. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for having us both of your last events and in Philly. And I know that I could not attend Cherry Hill, but Murph went to Cherry Hill in New Jersey.
Cherry Hill was great,
so,
by the way. I don't think I talked much about that.
You didn't.
After that show, but
no.
That was a good show too. I mean, in terms of how I personally did, the Fishtown show is better.
Yeah.
But that Pro Bowl weekend show is also their biggest show.
Yeah.
So, understandable. So this show is a little better
because
for
who
me.
watches the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's call it. It's not even called the Pro Bowl anymore. It's called the Pro Bowl Games.
I like the Puppy Bowl.
Yeah. But the Puppy Bowl happens during the Super Bowl. You can't be watching the Puppy Bowl during the Super Bowl.
I just wanted to say something that had bowl at the end. I like cereal bowls. I really like a bowl of honeycombs. I'm on honeycombs
I like
now.
a bowl of egg drop soup with some wontons in it sometimes.
I really love honeycombs now.
Yeah.
I'm on the honeycombs. So, not Sean Diddy combs, but honeycombs. So, anyways, but we went to Fishtown. We had a good time. You did Cherry Hill. We both have done the last 2 Fishtowns, and it was an awesome experience.
Oh yeah.
We both came away with money.
Well, I mean, you left with a lot more money than you started with.
Yes.
It also started Saturday night.
Yes, it did.
Should I go get that card, by the way?
You should. Should I get what I got?
Sec.
What did I get for it? What did I get?
I
have
think
to
you
remember.
sold some of it already.
I know. I have to remember what I got.
There you go. I'll let you be the.
I did get.
I'll let you be the one.
Show anybody. So, there's a
I
card.
don't even remember what I gave you for it. To be perfectly honest.
There's a card
I
that
don't even care.
I got, and I got this from GG Cards and Breaks. Something that Anthony was helping out somebody who has a pretty awesome collection, a big collection of cards, and so we had the opportunity to look at these cards, and I went in and I saw this collection really when I think right when Anthony got it, at GG Cards and Breaks. Go and visit them, 639 Delmar Place, Syracuse, New York. My sports card shop of choice, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6, and Sundays from 10 to 5. And I saw this card, and I thought, wow, that's an awesome patch. And I've always had a connection to this logo since I was a kid, but I was like, I don't know.
I have to.
The price was a little high. I know you have. And then I came back the second time, and it was still there. And I thought to myself, man, I should really get that card, because if I don't get that card, I'm going to be upset. And then I said to Anthony, I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to just get this card. And there was a bunch of ones I was looking at, and I think I ended up coming home with this one. It is a out of 12 of 12, Immaculate Conception, Immaculate
Just
Collection.
immaculate.
Yeah, Immaculate.
Immaculate.
I wanted to just talk about Mary since the heaven signs. Immaculate, the Immaculate Collection of Anthony Richardson, Gators, and it is a 4-color patch, blue, green, orange, and white. It is half the face of the Gator.
I don't even know if I would call that I don't even think I would call that a patch. That's a literal...
It's a logo.
It's the logo.
It's half the face of
the
the Gator.
It's like a logo. I think it's better than a logo.
Full Gator face, half of the Gator face. So the Gator face went to Murph,
Yep.
and I decided to sell.
What did I even give you for this?
You gave me $100 worth of cards. I did sell some of them, and you gave me cash.
What did I give you? 220.
220.
Something like that.
Is the government listening? It was under 500.
It was less than $500.
It was less
not
than
taxable.
It was. Well, it actually was. Please don't call me.
Please don't call us. And
I didn't do anything. I know. I actually.
He did charge me sales tax, by the way, so we're good.
Yes, we're good. Always tax. I'm from the state of New York. There's tax on everything. There's tax to have this conversation. I'm taxing Murph right now.
100%. I'm taxing you for staying in my house.
I'm taxing you for the water that you're letting me drink.
Yep.
That's what New York does.
But,
they tax you for
so
everything.
When he originally showed me this card, I was like, I like that. And now,
I got it with the intent
to
to
this was
maybe
an auto,
yeah.
This is a card I would have paid $1,000 for.
I bought that liking the logo, but I also bought that with the thought that you would like it.
I wish my out of 10 college auto had this patch.
Like the top of the face, so you could put the whole face together.
Yeah.
What's the name of the Gator?
Albert.
Albert the Gator.
Albert is the greatest gator of them all.
Why wouldn't they go with a G? Albert's like an alligator name, A for A.
Albert the alligator.
Why didn't... Oh, right. I'm thinking crocodile.
No.
Wow. It's been a lot of work.
Day.
Yeah, it's been a long day. Yeah.
It's been a long couple of days.
It's been a lot of stuff.
But, yeah, this was something that we had talked about. And
I was like, Albert the Gator makes no sense.
I kind of knew that I was... he and I both know this was probably not going back home with him. It was probably going to stay here.
Yeah.
But this is the first one of the big cards that I've gotten from you that's not going anywhere. Like, this is, like, the Lamar I sold, the downtown Kenny Pickett I sold.
Don't call me telling...
This I don't plan on selling.
Don't call me telling me that it's gone next week. No. I'll be pissed.
I mean, the only way I would ever sell this is if somebody blew me away with an offer.
Yeah.
But I'm not ever taking it to shows, really, so I'm not going to get a huge offer for it.
I made money on it.
You did.
I did.
You did.
I'm proud of that.
But I love this card.
Yeah.
So
it's not a cheap card, folks.
No, it is not. I mean, I gave you $320 in value for it.
It's so thick.
That's what she said.
I know.
I mean, I bought a lot of other stuff today, but we'll get to that. I mean, so did he.
I did.
Listen.
I bought
folks,
so many things.
For those of you that would join us,
I bought before you bought today.
You did.
Wow.
You did.
Good for me.
Yeah. Well, because I told you to go walk around.
I was setting up.
Yeah, I told you to.
I was proud of my setup.
This man, I told him flat out, like, get set up quick.
Yeah.
And then go do a lap or two.
Yeah. I did a lap.
You didn't go do a lap until 8:55.
But it was perfect timing. People were set up.
You got to do the lap before
there were still
everybody
people
gets
setting up. I know, but I had fun with my lap.
Yeah, you did.
I got some good steps in. I did a few laps today. I'm proud of myself. Last time I did one corner lap, and then I did
You didn't really walk around
speed lap. I didn't last time.
I
actually went to the corner this time. I went to the front
walked
corner.
around too much last time.
You did.
Yeah, I didn't really give you much of a chance to walk around last time.
Yeah.
But this time you walked. Well,
The show's from 9 to 4, and Murph walked around from 9 to 3:30.
Basically. No, like today. I mean, I walked around once or twice, like briefly.
Yeah.
But no, you probably went around for. You probably spent a good hour and a half walking around.
I walked around 2.5 times. I really only went to. Well, I spent a good amount of time at like 5 tables.
Well, yeah, because those are the tables you're making deals at.
Yeah. So I didn't see like the middle row people as much. I don't like where there's the traffic everywhere.
I like the outer.
I like the outer.
I was talking to a couple of them. They don't like those.
I was gonna say I like the outer rim, but that would also be what she said. So
we had a phenomenal spot.
He's just passing by what I just said.
And not only did we have a phenomenal spot the first time.
Yeah.
The Fishtown Card Show was nice enough to grant my request for the same 2 tables.
Can we engrave on the wall now?
We should.
It's been 2 times. The 3rd time is engraving. Fishtown, do you know that?
I hope you know
3rd time is engraving. And please don't take that as we don't get to be in the same spot again because I said that. I'm not going to write on your wall. All I want is a plaque for Murph and I. I just want it to say DT and Murphy, and you can put it right in between 119 and 120.
Yep.
It's like Disney. They put like the little things on the ground. I want that on the wall.
Yeah.
I don't want... Why would you buy something that people can step on? I want it on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So we had fun. We had a really good time.
Didn't get to take a picture this time because the...
I took a picture. In front of the Fishtown.
In front of the Fishtown.
No.
But let's be honest. What time did we get ready to leave?
I
don't think we left till almost 4:45.
Yeah, it was a long time.
It was probably 4:45 when we left because we didn't get back here until 6.
It was a while.
6:40, something like that.
Yeah. Hey, Philly drivers.
Oh God,
Murph,
we almost got an accident on the way home.
Murph has a PSA.
Learn how to drive.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way. Don't try to merge into my lane when I'm already in a lane and starting to go past you.
There's merging and there's hitting. They're different.
That dude would have hit me.
Yeah, it was on my side.
He would have hit me on your side.
My heart went into my stomach.
I slammed on the gas. I had to slam on the brake, and
it was on my side.
Yeah.
So.
Because my stomach was getting onto Route to I-76. It was a left entrance, but it was left entrance into a lane, so I didn't have to actually merge.
Yeah.
But that guy was trying to come over to the left lane.
Yeah.
I noticed him right at the last second, and slammed on the brakes and blew the horn at him.
It made my stomach upset.
I'm sure it did.
I can still feel it.
But I will tell you this, and I can thank my father for this.
Yeah.
I am really good at avoiding accidents.
Continue to be that way.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm good at getting out of
situations. There was an accident. No, so we were driving in Staten Island one day. I'm not even kidding you. There was a we almost got an accident right before the outer bridge going in Staten Island.
Yeah.
Somehow my dad avoided it without hitting the divider, the median.
Yeah.
My mom and I were like stunned.
Yeah.
That he managed to avoid that accident. It was unbelievable.
I avoided an 18-wheeler swinging its tail and hitting me off the road in a snowstorm on a hill on 81. That was
Jackknife?
fun. He came around the bend like an Andretti racer, and apparently another car had already been pushed off the road, and this guy that was off the road started running toward my car while I was going into the snow, and I was yelling at him to get out of the way, and he was running at me to stop, and I was like, I am stopping, I just need to not hit you. And then he was like, oh my God, are you okay? I said, yeah. He's like, what just, hey, he's like, that happened to us. He's like, what, that 18-wheeler, we saw what he did. He's like, we got ran off the road too. It was it was from Pennsylvania. I was coming from Marywood with a girl I was dating at the time who blamed me for the snowstorm because I am the snow miser. And
blamed you for the snowstorm?
Yeah, she said it was my fault, and among other things. And it was like a blizzard, though. That was a very unsafe day. But I got home okay. We got home to the rents, and to my awesome parents. But yeah, so cool thing about right before that fun time driving is that we went by the Rocky Steps.
And I even said this in the car.
I took pictures.
Had I know, you did.
I will share them on.
You gotta share it with me too.
On these socials right here
Yeah.
on your screen: Facebook at WakeUpCall X at CallDT, Instagram at WakeUpCall_DT. I would play Eye of the Tiger, but then Facebook and YouTube would yell at me.
Yeah,
so
they would copyright.
you know the song.
So,
I mean, we could go dun, bum, bum, bum.
So
We can say that.
I obviously didn't realize that we were going past the Museum of Art.
Dun, dun,
Had
dun.
I realized it sooner, for me to, move over so that we can go park over there, we would have gone.
Yeah.
Because I've never been over to the museum.
I would have run up on the
to be
steps
honest,
and sure,
we would have been there for 5 minutes. We would have run up the steps.
Yeah.
Taken a picture in front of the statue.
Yeah.
Went back to the car.
But you got to take a picture in the air,
Yes.
jumping up.
Correct.
I would have ran up the steps on pure adrenaline. I wouldn't have thought about how many there was. I would have just done it. By the way, there's a ton of steps going up Syracuse's hill to the dome. So I feel like I've done it already, in a way, many times. Isaac knows.
Yeah.
He knows.
But, anybody that knows me knows I do not like the city of Philadelphia. But that's a Philly thing I've wanted to do.
Yeah.
Next time I'm down, if in August it takes us that way again,
yeah,
we will do that without question.
Well, it's going to take us there because
I don't know.
It's Fishtown, baby.
Well, yeah.
We're going to do it again. But we bought, we sold, we traded. We had a good time. Murph is going to show you part of his collection.
We're going to kind of take turns.
Yeah, and then I'm going to show you part of mine. I have...
What do you want me to show first?
You
want me to show the big lot, or you want me to show like some of the smaller stuff?
I want you to show the sand lot. I had to because I just talked to two people who are going to be coming up this Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with an exclusive Bobcat Buzz in our exclusive multimedia marketing partnership with Bryan and Stratton College of Syracuse. The baseball team joins me again, and Taj Walden, as well as DJ Hill and head coach Sean Peak, will be joining me to talk about stealing home and the Sandlot and cool baseball stuff, as well as life. And you don't want to miss out because it's really cool, the whole stealing home conversation. And I never thought I would have the conversation with one person, let alone three, 100% of those representing Bryan and Stratton College of Syracuse baseball. So Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, right here, youtube.com and facebook.com, both / WakeUpCallDT, and on WakeUpCallDT.podbean.com. Head coach Sean Peak, as well as DJ Hill and Taj Walden will be joining me to speak on stealing home and where sports meets life. You do not want to miss that multi-layered, emotional, funny, heartwarming, genuine, world-building type of conversation that I had with Bryan and Stratton Syracuse.
Yeah.
So you have part of your collection to show. Go ahead.
Yes.
I think I bought the most I've ever bought, though.
100%. So here's the thing. You also hadn't necessarily gone in there with the intention of buying that.
And this doesn't include everything because I sold stuff you gave me, and I sold stuff that I traded and bought. I sold it right away.
You sold a lot of stuff today.
I did.
Did you? So I know you said how much you went up.
Yes.
Like totally, how much more you had than what you started the day with.
Yeah.
But do you have like a rough estimate of how much you actually sold? Like what? Like just how much in terms of actual sales?
I'm not 100%.
Like I would imagine, based on what you're telling me, I would imagine it was probably 500-600 at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
If not more.
Yeah, it was a lot. Because some of the stuff that I bought, I
already sold.
Not only sold, but some of it
quick little profit.
I sold right after I bought it, like within a half an hour or not even.
There's a card that you're gonna see coming up here, and I'm gonna save it for the end because it's a big one. It's already sold. I haven't put it in the top loader I haven't packaged it up yet, but it's going out today. It's already sold. So it didn't even make it a full day. But I'm gonna show you. So what I did. So I'm gonna show you this lot here, and I bought it as a lot. There was a kid that was going around to a couple different dealers that I ran into that was looking to sell pretty much everything he had with him.
I didn't see any of this.
Wanted $250 for everything, and he didn't want to break it up because there was a couple cars that I liked. Didn't want to break it up, so he wanted to sell everything. So
we didn't see each other's stuff. Yeah.
So, you've seen some of it. Well, I showed you.
This is the unveiling. I don't think you did. I think you think you did.
I showed you it before I bought it. I don't know how much you looked through it, but
the lot. The
lot.
That was in the lot.
This whole thing was. Yes.
I don't remember the Travis Kelce.
That's not Travis Kelce.
Wait, who is it?
It's Tyreek Hill.
Oh, never mind.
It's a Tyreek Hill Rookies and Stars. This would not gem. There are some dings on the corners. This would probably, if I had to guess, grade a 7, if not worse.
Tyreek Hill.
But Tyreek Hill rookie card. This Trevor Lawrence, again, fair warning, there are some surface issues with this card. But it's the Purple Shock, cool card.
I like this card a lot.
Yeah, it's not one I would grade, but if you want it, we'll talk. We'll talk later.
It looks like the Dow. You can see the levels.
Yeah, I had one of those in a PSA 8 that I sold today for $10.
Look at
I lost
stack.
money on it.
Look at the stack.
Yeah.
There you go.
Little DeAndre Swift Obsidian auto. A Chronicles Lamar Jackson out of 10 from 2021 Chronicles. This in an SGC 10 apparently did, $45.
Lamar.
So I'm like, well, if I grade it and it does well at PSA and, $40-$50. The reason, now, you're going to see a lot of this stuff, and one of the cards I already sold for $50. So basically, I paid $200 for the whole lot. I don't know exactly what I'm into everything, I do know exactly what I'm into it for. But this lot was not $200, I wasn't going to pay, it's not $200 in value right now. I bought this for the grading upside that it has. So, little A.J. Brown, Prism, red, white, and blue, rookie from 2019. We got, and basketball fans, you're going to have to help me on this.
Paolo Banchero.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Out of 50, I don't know what the heck this set is. As most of you know, I don't do basketball, but there was basketball in this set, and everybody has told me that this guy's pretty good. So, not going to complain. Looks gradable. I checked in a 10. This is probably a $50, $60 card still. So, if it grades well, it grades well.
And he plays for the Uptick Orlando Magic.
I may not necessarily be buying. I'm not going to start buying basketball. I don't plan to, but I'll sell that stuff. Whatever gets graded.
Do it, Murph. Go down the rabbit hole.
Chris Olave, negative. Little Tyrese Maxey mosaic. Is Tyrese? Yeah, Tyrese Maxey. Jalen, rookie debut.
Do you want to know why I know Paolo Banchero?
No.
He went to Duke.
You know he did go to Duke?
Yeah.
I said no, and I kind of meant to say yes, to be honest.
I'm still going to tell you.
Yeah. Little Anthony Richardson Donruss. A lot of this is cheap stuff, like Tua Optic, Anthony Edwards Score.
Basketball.
This is a really cool card. This is a medallion. It's maybe a $3 or $4 card, but it's a medallion of Mike Trout. Still pretty cool. I like it.
Mike Trout.
A Bryce Harper.
Papa Joe.
Whatever this is. America's Pastime. It's numbered to 75. No clue. Some of this stuff, I have no clue what it sells for.
Is that Phillies or no?
Yes, but it's not it's Panini.
Okay.
You got Playbook, Jalen Waddle.
Waddle.
Looks gradable. This, I didn't realize this was Justin Herbert. I'm not going to lie. Justin Herbert rookie sweaters from Donruss.
Yeah.
Probably $5-10.
There's a Corbin Carroll one where they put that hat on his head too.
The future Jake Cavender. Only reason I know who this guy is because he's dating one of the Cavender twins. Jake Ferguson from the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Other than that, I would have no idea who he was. This is an interesting one that half the stuff I didn't remember.
He's pretty good in fantasy.
CeeDee Lamb, rookie ticket patch from Chronicles, or Contenders, sorry. Sam Williams, no idea who he is, but it's out of 10. Yeah, Darius Slay rookie card. You got Davion Mitchell. I have no clue who this is. No idea who
Soon
this
to be
is.
your favorite player. It's going to
I
happen.
wouldn't know. Gridiron Kings, Jameis Winston. Gridiron Kings, Crab Legs.
Crab Legs Winston.
Crab Legs.
Famous Jameis. Papa Joe wants that card.
Topps Heritage, Bryce Harper.
PJ wants this.
You can have it. I mean, if Papa Joe wants it, you can have it. Just take it to Florida.
I gave him ones that are in his collection.
I didn't even realize I had this. Donovan McNabb. I didn't realize this was in here.
I just got
Donovan
one like
McNabb,
that of Leonard
red and
Fournette.
yellow.
Can I see
Red and yellow, yeah.
I got a red,
I'm
yellow.
not going to lie. There's some of this stuff I had no idea what this stuff was.
I got a red, yellow, and blue Leonard Fournette
Jeremy
rookie.
Pena.
This is cool.
Optic rated rookie.
McNabb.
Marshawn Lynch.
This is numbered to 44. No, 44 is a very important number in Syracuse football, sir.
Well, it might have to go home with you then.
Look at it. Yeah, because my Donovan McNabbs got sold, both of them.
Well, here's the thing. We'll talk about this later, but Marshawn Lynch in a Raiders uniform, and DeAndre Swift.
You said the Raiders wrong.
I just said a Raider.
Raider.
And then a number to 79, DeAndre Swift Blue Disco color match. It is severely off center, so this would not grade well.
You sound really
happy
lot of this.
Because I have some second thoughts about the lot, but at the same time, like
it's more than I thought.
But now that I'm looking at it, I'm like,
yeah,
I could do okay on this.
It's more than I thought it was. Yeah. I didn't see part of that. I didn't see the Donovan.
I didn't remember it was in there. There's cards that are in that lot that I did not remember.
I'm 100% telling you that I didn't see all those cards, and you had me look at it.
Well, you looked at some of them. You probably just didn't look at all. You could probably just just glance through it, and you're like,
peruse.
Pretty good. Well, remember that's not the right use of the word.
What?
You know why I know that?
Peruse?
So, I'm dead serious. Everybody thinks peruse means like you looked at just peeked it over.
Yeah.
Everybody I'm telling you that's not what it means. Look it up.
I'll look it up.
The only reason, and Mom, if you're listening, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Read in a thorough or careful way.
Mm-hmm.
Examine carefully or at length.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I was in, I think this was 8th grade. It was like a English vocabulary thing or whatever. Peruse was one of the words we had to learn and everything.
Yeah.
So, okay. Look, we looked it up. My mom and I thought we already knew what it meant.
Yeah.
We were wrong. So we were both like, wait a minute. That's not what this means. And then we looked it up. Sure enough, that's what it meant. So we're like, well, now anytime we hear that word, she and I can look at each other like, well, that's not the right way to use that. That's not what that means.
I perused the movie Biker Boys to learn about Megan Good.
Yeah.
I thoroughly carefully watched.
Fun fact.
I did, though.
Well, because the funny thing is about that word, if you've ever watched the Santa Claus 3 with Tim Allen.
And?
They used it wrong.
Martin Short.
Yeah, and Martin Short. They literally used it wrong. That's why we thought it meant that. Literally.
Yeah.
Right? So, I think Curtis asked Santa, if he's even checked the list once. He goes, I've perused it.
Maybe it means he carefully looked at it.
Maybe. But by the way he said it,
yeah,
you know damn well it's not what he meant.
But I meant what I said when I said that I.
Oh, I know you meant what you said.
Yeah, Megan Good is absolutely gorgeous and single now. What's up, Megan?
Nice.
How are you, girl?
So what do you got?
All right, I'm gonna
show it all off because I'll hold off the big stuff. The bigger stuff until the end.
So at the beginning of the show, I went and bought a bunch of things. I don't have them all. The most expensive card is gone, and I have this one that I'm very proud of. So I have a Trevor Lawrence. I've never seen this before. It looks like an ace card, but it also looks like a palm tree as the ace. And it is Trevor Lawrence's rookie card. It is a Fireburst Mint 2021. It is a rookie, and it's PSA'd.
PSA 9.
Look at it.
That's a cool card.
It is. It's
there's cards like that that I pick up for my PC.
Yeah.
Right, like there's a couple.
This is for my PC.
Hang on, let me grab them.
I'll show you these
I
while we're
picked
waiting.
up a couple of PC cards today too that I'm like, well, it's $20-$30, but I like it.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna take them on.
I got these from Murph in the deal for Anthony Richardson. So I have my first, actually, my first ever Wyatt Langford, which was Bowman's Best, sold today at the this weekend at the Fishtown Card Show.
I didn't realize you sold it.
Yeah, so it sold this weekend. So these are the only ones I have left. I have the
What you got for me?
Bowman Chrome. This is in the Anthony Richardson deal. This was part of the trade that included cash. So this was part of the goods and services trade.
So this one's the draft picks and prospects refractor to 249 or 250.
Yeah. So this is
What's it number 2?
Bowman
Check
Best.
the back. Bowman, just regular Bowman.
250. Oh, Bowman
Number
Chrome.
to 250.
250.
Bowman draft number to 250.
So it's Bowman draft picked prospect Wyatt Langford.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. It's chrome and it's pretty and it's fun and you can see it. Look at it. And then the next one that I got is a gem mint in the trade with Murph for Anthony Richardson.
These cards have come down. Man.
This is a gem mint 10 out of 10 grade of the Bowman draft Wyatt Langford Bowman first.
Yep. I mean, just a paper Bowman, just a Bowman paper, but at the same time, like, what's funny is the day he got called up, I sold one of those for I think it was $80.
Yeah.
The day he got called up, I think I gave you that for 30. Something like that.
Something like that. So going back to the Trevor Lawrence that I got in my first move of the day, I got a bunch of these cards that are in nice shape, and I think a bunch of these are gradable, hence why I brought these in. I have a awesome looking refractor, multicolored, of the cracked ice Travis Etienne rookie from Prism. Travis Etienne Jr. These are all from the same. I've been collecting these, and God is good. It's been working out. I found a Gabe Davis at GG Cards and Breaks. I found a Gabe Davis Buffalo Bills auto, and I just wanted an auto because he's on my Jaguars now. I now have a rated rookie clear Devin Duvernay rookie auto. And so I got that one too. I'm very excited about. I have this one that I believe is grade worthy. It is a rated rookie chrome of the man that they refer to as Trevor. Hold on, let me let them say it.
We gotta get a grading order ready for you.
Yeah, that's Trevor. This one I was looking at grading too. This is a My House of Pat Mahomes II. Patty Mahomes. I got this one just because it's a really awesome looking card. It looks like a king. Yeah, this looks like, yeah. So the ones that I got that I'm showing you here that are not encapsulated are ones that I'm looking to potentially grade. Not this one, but this one just for my collection. The man who's from Jacksonville, Florida. He's the backup quarterback for the Jaguars now. He was also in the top 15 picks in the 2021 NFL Draft that featured Trevor Lawrence at number 1 overall. The 15th overall pick to the New England Patriots from Alabama, Mac Jones. This is his rookie card crusade that looks like the crest of your family that you could go find, and it's got the wave.
Like coat of arms?
Yeah, and it's a little wave refractor.
Cheap card, but really cool card.
Yeah, it's an awesome Mac Jones card.
I have it at $2.
Yeah, $2.
It's just a cool card.
And then these are die cut cards. So I have, and they're both rookies, and they're rookies that I like. So this is Travis Etienne's select rookie die cut.
This is the red and yellow.
And this is a refractor, as you can see. Travis Etienne, pardon me. And then we have Ahmad Sauce Gardner that I covered in college.
You're getting some mama sauce, huh?
Get some sauce. Get some of that sauce.
Next time you're down here, I gotta get my mom to make some sauce.
Some sauce.
We'll have dinner here.
Get some freaking sauce. So Travis Etienne covered him in college at Clemson, covered Ahmad Sauce Gardner at Cincinnati, and this is the die cut of his, and it is a refractor and also a rookie. So all of these cards just really nice, and those were all a couple bucks, nothing crazy. some of them grade worthy, which I'm excited about, including Trevor.
Well, I'm going to be sending a grading order in probably tomorrow or Tuesday, so. Yeah.
Do not mind the prices on these because these are here, but some of these have prices on them. I guess I could put my finger over it. So,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
The Anthony Richardson 2023 Mosaic introductions. I had an Anthony Richardson in the trade with Murph that I sold today, so I wanted to get another one encapsulated. So here is an Anthony Richardson introductions, and it is a 9 out of 10 grade. Next one we have up, I'm very excited about this one. One of my favorite cards of the day because I'm just a fan of his. I have his pop figure in my studio, and you've seen it there before. This is a 2019 Topps Pete Alonso Gem Mint 10 out of 10 rookie card of one of my favorite Mets of all time, Mr. Alonso. And then, I'm going to wait on this one. I'll go here. This one is something that might go to the owner of GG Cards and Breaks. That is
stuff all over the room, huh?
That's a different one I threw. It wasn't yours, Josh. So this is a numbered to 199. This is Mr. Khalil Shakir, the wide receiver who made some hay in the postseason last season for the Bills. This is his rookie auto of Mr. Shakir. You could see his autograph right there. Let's get it. There it is. See it, love it, know it. There it is. Shakir. Okay. This one I picked up because it's a rated rookie.
I would have given you one of those. I have like 5 of that.
I didn't know that. It was like a $2. It was like it was just in the thing.
It's how good he is. It's amazing how his rookie cards just around cheap.
Yeah. Randy Johnson, when he played for the Montreal Expos, his rated rookie from back in the day of the big unit, who I talked about going into the show today. This one I'm considering grading as well. It is a rookie card of C.J. Stroud, and I sold a bunch of my Strouds today, so I had to replenish. And thankfully, I found some good ones.
What's illusions?
I have this one. I had one of these at the first show that Murph and I ever did together, which is in Syracuse at the fairgrounds at the Science Building.
I would not grade this one.
No?
The corners are a tiny bit soft. 2 of the corners on the back are a little soft. I would not grade that one.
I don't like my corners like I like my pillow, which is soft. So this is I had one of these before. I had a 9. This is an 8. It is the rated rookie of Josh Allen. And I want
to the market that you sell in.
Yeah, and I wanted
the reason for a lot of the cards that I bought today.
I wanted an encapsulated Josh Allen to bring home, so that one is the first one I ever had encapsulated. It is now I have another one of it. Mm-hmm. And this one came to me in the 11th hour because I always wait until the very, very, very end to pack up just in case something cool could happen. And so this is a Gem Mint 10 out of 10 grade 2023 Absolute C.J. Stroud rookie. And all of my CJs, the 3 that I had that were encapsulated, they're all gone. So I got this one right at the end of the show, and now I have a 10 out of 10 CJ Stroud rookie to sell to whoever's out there that would like it.
Where's the card that you tempted me with I never got to see yet?
I tempted you.
You know what it is, what I'm talking about.
I don't know what it is. What? The sauce?
I was going to let you say it.
All right, well, we're going to take
unless you want to take a break first.
We're going to take a step aside for a fast break. When we come back here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora in Pennsylvania, inside of Murph Studios, this is DT and Murphy on Wake Up Call. You're with us on Facebook.com and YouTube.com, both /WakeUpCallDT, and on WakeUpCallDT.podbean.com, following the Fishtown Card Show in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, right by the Rocky Steps. We will be back to talk about that and the NFL draft. We have more cards to show and a lot of fun coming off of yet another great show at Fishtown's Card Show Extravaganza. Thank you, Fishtown, for your awesome staff and your awesome opportunities. And thank you for giving us our booths back again. We'll be back right after this fast break.
Hi, this is Amy from Mother's Cupboard, home of the whole frittata. We are open daily 6 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. For takeout orders, call 315-432-0942 and tune in to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora for our monthly food challenge and try our Wake Up Call signature menu item available 7 days a week. Here at Mother's Cupboard, we are Central New York, and it's our honor to serve you.
Ma and Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory remind us that every day is worth celebrating at 201 7th North Street in Liverpool, New York. Open Monday through Saturday in-store and always online at maandpaspopcorn.com. Serving our Central New York community and beyond, order anywhere, anytime at maandpaspopcorn.com. Stop in to get a tin at Ma and Pa's on 201 7th North Street in Liverpool, New York to get your half-price refills for the rest of your life. Come to Ma and Pa's for your holiday gift giving for family, friends, employees, and clients. And remember, for fundraising and events, to call 315-450-6272. That's 315-450-6272. Ma and Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory. How corny are you?
This is Jimmer Sikowski, owner-operator of Chick-fil-A Cicero, 7916 Brewerton Road in Cicero, right in front of the Home Depot. I had a deep feeling that God wanted me to do something bigger with my life and to help people, help others. I kept putting Chick-fil-A in my life, and I realized as I was going through the franchise selection process that positively impacting the lives of others was really core to what we do here at Chick-fil-A. First of all, it starts with the food. The food is brought in fresh daily, and we bring in local produce. We prepare to order in the kitchen. We hand bread our chicken. We hand spin our milkshakes. It's great food. It doesn't taste like fast food. I think the second thing is the way people feel when they come in a Chick-fil-A restaurant. It's different. We try to treat people with intentional kindness here, which is very different and deeper than good customer service. And so I think it feels remarkable for most people to come in a Chick-fil-A restaurant. And then lastly, the impact that we try to have in the community is very different. It's a big part of the expectation of every operator of a Chick-fil-A restaurant is that they're actively engaged in their community, they're a leader in the community, and they're making a difference. When they realize that what we're striving to do is to shine a little light in their life, that's a very, very different experience than you will have in any other quick service restaurant. And it's that remarkable experience that I think people will emotionally connect with.
Avicoli's, located on the corner of Route 57 and Wetzel Road in Liverpool, New York, has been your trusted neighbor for decades. Located just steps from Liverpool High School, we're happy to have the Liverpool Warriors on-site, on-location broadcast at Avicoli's through Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora every single month, featuring student athletes, coaches, and administration throughout the year from Liverpool High School. Head out to Avicoli's today on the corner of Route 57 and Wetzel Road in Liverpool, New York, open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch, dinner, and drinks. We'd love to see you out there, and of course you can call them at 315-622-5100 for takeout, delivery, and catering. That's 315-622-5100, and also find them on myavicolis.com. That's myavicollis.com. Having peace of mind when you're out of town that your furry-loving friend is safe and sound means taking them to Canine Campground, because we all know that when it comes to the love of our pets, it goes well beyond the call of duty to make sure they're safe and sound. Right, Lily? So take a ride to 242 Johnson Street in East Syracuse, New York, and see Canine Campground and where your dog will be staying, in the classic cabin, the executive cabin, the grand cabin, or of course the luxury cabin, because if you know Lily, you know she loves luxury. Now you don't have to wait to the last minute to find a family member or a friend that'll take your dog for a few days. Call Canine Campground at 315-299-4013. That's 315-299-4013. Their drop-off and pickup times are Monday through Sunday. Check K9 K9campground.com for more information. That's the letter K, the number 9, and campground spelled with a K.com. K9campground.com.
When you're going out of town, bring your dog to K9 Campground.
PB&J's Lunchbox, the food truck that you love finding all throughout central and upstate New York, now has a street-side cafe. So when you're craving their traditional favorites as well as their out-of-box amazing menu items, you can now head to 663 Old Liverpool Road in Liverpool, New York. Located just minutes from the highway, the Thruway, Destiny USA, and Onondaga Lake Parkway, PB&J's Lunchbox Street-Side Cafe is there for you Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner all throughout the day. Get breakfast for dinner, dinner for lunch, whatever you fancy, including their award-winning grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Find them at 663 Old Liverpool Road in Liverpool, New York. PB&J's Lunchbox, where we love to know what's in your lunchbox. Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora inside of Murph's studios today. We're hanging out with you in the great state of Pennsylvania, a state that I can call part of my home away from home. And we are both of the alma mater of Mary in the Hood, Marywood University. So I got more stuff, but you got more stuff. You can show your stuff.
You want me to show it first?
Yeah, we'll go back and forth.
You want me to save the one till the end, or you
Yeah.
want to just bring? Okay.
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna go through half of this pile. I'm gonna save there's a handful of cards that I'm gonna save till after you go.
Okay.
But also I'll show off some of the PC stuff I got. I got a couple of PC cards today. I have one of these graded in a PSA 9. This one will not grade well, but I only bought it just for the sake of buying another one. This is Mike Piazza's 1992 Bowman rookie card. $10.
That's cool. I did not.
We've got this. This is 1994. I love the card design. It is a 1994 Fleer.
That face
Mike
that he
Piazza,
had, man.
that looks a little like some of the downtown cards,
Oh,
but
yeah.
from 1994.
Downtown Piazza.
Really cool card.
You know who was downtown today?
We were.
Downtown DT and Murphy.
Yeah.
Let's make a card. You know what should be in the background? The Rocky Steps.
Yeah. We need to actually do the Rocky Steps next time.
Yeah.
We had a Chronicles Draft Picks, Anthony Richardson, PSA 10. I think I gave the kid $20 for it just because it was, in his Gator uniform. I liked it, so I took it. Why not? And then this, another cheap one I got is a 3-color patch, PSA 9, number 275. Oh, I didn't realize it was first off the print. 1 of 75, so first off the print. A Kyle Trask 2021 Spectra RPA. Come on. There we go.
Show it.
I got a lot of Kyle Trask stuff.
How do we know it's first off the
Card number 1.
card?
Serial number 1.
Oh, where's that?
Right there.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Because, let me ask you a question of something I don't know. When somebody says something's a pop 1 or a pop 4,
That's how many that are graded in that grade. So, for example, let's just say there's only 5 of these that are a PSA 10 in Richardson.
yeah.
It would be considered pop 5. Because
Okay.
there's a population of only 5 that are in a PSA 10. Right?
How would
So-
they even know?
Because there's a record of it.
Oh, really?
So
Because there was a couple of cards I looked at that had
We
a pop
can
1.
look. Yep, we can look this up right now and tell you what the. I mean, it's got to be very high pop count, but we can look this up right now and find out what the pop is. So,
Mon Paz on 201 7th North Street in Liverpool, New York. What is your pop count? That's what I want to know.
So, okay,
Do you know how much
so
popcorn and kettle corn they pop a day? It's insane.
Probably a lot.
And that's because you all love it. Thanks for going out to Mon Paz, guys.
I love
And
popcorn.
girls.
So that's a place I haven't gotten to visit yet up there.
They have.
That's a place. Now I obviously, as you know, I'm very plain.
Yeah.
So I'd probably just get whatever their
They have
regular,
the freeze-dried
their regular
candy.
popcorn would be.
Oh yeah, they have the
okay.
have the awesome candy.
So, for example,
yeah,
this card, there are 29 PSA 10s. So this is Pop 29,
okay.
right? And in alt, it'll say Pop 29.
All right.
So just prime example.
I wonder how many ones are in my clear vision.
I didn't know what it meant either for a little bit of time.
I want to
And then
know
I
how
found
many are Pop, whatever.
You've
for my
got some interesting cards that could be relatively low pop.
for my Trevor Lawrence, because I was told that normally the clear ones don't get 10s from PSA, and my clear vision one, or I think it's clear vision, it got a 10 out of 10, and I would love to know what the pop is on that.
Do you have it with you or is it home?
No, it's with me.
Well, we'll check later.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle Trask, I would imagine this, obviously this is low pop.
I really like Kyle
of them.
Trask. I'm
It's
a fan.
cool, it was $30.
Yeah, you and I are fans of Kyle
I got it
Trask.
from a friend of mine that I made a nice deal with before. You know, he's hooked me up in the past, so I took care of him with a card that I gave him today, so.
Would you say
You took
he's
care of
just a
that?
friend? Would you
I would say
he's
he's just a friend.
You want to do? Oh, baby, you. Bismarck, yeah.
Yep.
I
Well,
love that.
sold
when
a
he
couple of
hits
hit.
like
Well, I didn't really sell. I sold a RPA of this guy.
that. I like his autograph.
I like his autograph too. I do.
It's
Very
like
simple.
it's like a tic-tac-toe.
Mm-hmm. Jalen Hurts Origins.
That's a cool card.
This is number to 10, and it is from 2022 Origin. So it is not his rookie year; it's his third year. But great card, number to 10.
Did you sell your Jalen Hurts?
RPA?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a nice looking
285 I got for that. Yeah.
That was
Really nice
that was a
looking
pretty card.
This one may not last long either. I have a guy that's interested in this. This is numbered to 15. This is from 2022 Flawless. It is a Trey Turner Team USA auto. Numbered to 15.
I educated Murph that there's 2 Trey Turners.
I was not aware that there was a Trey Turner in football.
Yes. Las Vegas.
Yep. We've got an Aaron Nola prospect auto from Bowman Sterling. We've got a number to 30 second year T. Higgins auto. And a Nakobe Dean Mosaic Scripts auto.
They're
A couple
spelled,
cheapies, but that's okay.
they're spelled a little bit different.
Yeah.
Trey Turner in
So I want to see the sauce.
is in the
Where's the
NFL
sauce?
is TRE, and Trey Turner in baseball is TREA.
Yep. I want to see the sauce.
These are some nice ones.
Where's sauce?
So this is a pretty one.
That's cool.
This is a rookie Prism crazy looking refractor of a patch.
I think it's a green pulsar is what they call that.
Green
I could
Pulsar
be wrong, but
with the patch, and it's a rookie of Jamar Chase. So this is his rookie patch. This card was cool. I've never had one of these before. It's a flawless out of 25. It's not a cheap card. It is CMC from Stanford, and this card is actually very well priced here. And somebody brought this to my table and asked me if I was interested, and I looked it up, and I looked at it again, and we made a trade. This is my sauce. So this is Ahmad Sauce
99.
Gardner. It is out of 90. It's number 71 of 99. Rookies and Stars. Great American signatures. And it's an RPA. It's his rookie auto with a little green patch because I traded away my other sauce. Sad face. And so I
traded the one I gave you already?
I did, it was at the GG Cards and Break show at the Wildcat.
Not that one.
So
Because I gave you one I gave you one Saturday night.
no,
I was gonna say like you sold one that one already. Like,
that's
right
a
now?
really good looking, clean looking card.
Oh yeah.
And I love the magnetic cases. I'm just a fan, so I like
love
that I
one
got some.
touches.
They're so cool. So, and then I wanted some Aiden O'Connell. I am buying Aiden O'Connell and trusting.
I think he's a good buy right now.
Yeah, I'm trusting in him. I told people to buy. Well, I said I was buying him and saw his value on the uptick. I probably said this. I said it during the season months ago, and before the draft when Aiden O'Connell went up against Syracuse in the Dome, and Purdue lost to Syracuse. This man had, I believe, somewhere around 400 yards, at least 4 touchdowns. And I said, I don't know why people are dogging Syracuse and saying that their wins aren't quality, because they beat 3, I considered, NFL caliber quarterbacks. Malik Cunningham was one of those out of Louisville. He is on the Ravens. And Aiden O'Connell is the starting quarterback for the Las Vegas.
So we think.
He's going to be the starting quarterback. So
I hope he beats out Gardner Minshew, even though I love Gardner Minshew.
So I do like Gardner.
Is that Purdue? Is that
This is
Purdue?
Purdue, yeah.
Okay.
So this is a Purdue out of 350 auto rookie of Aiden O'Connell.
I could see you wanting to keep that one.
And so, yeah, this is the Purdue, and it's got the Raiders on the back. So this has the college and pro, and it is numbered, and it's an auto. I wanted an Aiden O'Connell auto. Then I got an Aiden O'Connell RPA, and the guy was extremely great on his price.
I was shocked at the price he paid for that.
So Aiden O'Connell numbered to 249. This is the freshman fabric RPA of Aiden O'Connell, and it's a refractor. And it's pretty.
Ooh.
Don't fall out, Aiden. Save yourself. So
I don't have a one touch for that.
I wanted an Aiden auto, and I picked up the Aiden, the rookie numbered from Purdue earlier in the day. This was toward the last hour or so of the show, and this RPA is one of the nicest RPAs I have, and it is
I wish the patch was a little bit better, but it's
of Aiden O'Connell. By the way, you say that this patch you wish you had more to it, but in all due respect of the Raiders, they only have silver and black.
Yeah.
They don't have anything crazy like the Jaguars on their jerseys.
I just would have wished it was a piece of like the number and stuff.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That's okay.
And then this card,
one's cool.
this card I've seen before, and I saw this online. I really liked it. It's from Topps Now, and it is the youngest quarterback card for CJ Stroud, and it's a pretty awesome card here. It's CJ2 is its number, which is really cool. And yeah, it kind of looks like a downtown card. It's a refractor
Oh yeah.
of
It's a cool
CJ
card.
Stroud. So this is it's the youngest quarterback card of CJ's, and you can see it. This picture's been floating around for a while, and in recent history here. And there's some really cool stuff on it, and it kind of looks like he's in a jungle. So that's my last one to show you. So I sold a bunch of my CJs, and I also got some new ones. And I have a Prismatic that I believe I'm going to grade, and an Anthony Richardson that I'm going to grade. So I'm excited that those stayed in my collection. And yeah, I got a lot of cool stuff. And there's a bunch of things that are already in the households of those of you that came to Fishtown Card Show. So I hope you enjoy those cards as well.
Yeah. So, a couple more pickups I had. I picked up these next 2 cards just walking around the show at the end of the day. Got a couple of lots, so picked up a 2023 Topps Chrome Black Bryce Harper auto. Very, very popular among the Phillies fans.
Yeah.
And then this was an interesting Topps Now auto. This is numbered to 99. This is from 2021 Topps Now. And it is the MVP version of Bryce Harper's auto. He's got a really clean auto, too.
Yeah, he does.
Yes, that's a good one. Another Philly, a PSA 9 Trey Turner first Bowman auto.
Danny, I hope you're watching from the Wildcat. He loves the Phillies.
Yeah.
Loves them.
Happy to move him. We got Ronald Acuna Jr. This is not an actual first Bowman auto. It is his first Bowman Chrome. And it is hand signed by Ronald Acuna Jr. So the auto graded a 10. It's about a 2. I think I have a 2 1/4. It's probably closer to $200 card. This one I thought was really interesting. I got this in the same deal as the Topps Chrome Black Bryce Harper. It's called Topps 206 series, and it is Anthony Volpe, and the car and the running style. It looks very similar to the T206 cards, the tobacco cards back in the early 1900s. Really, really cool card. Yeah, I mean, it was just cool. So I think I had a lot of room on it. So I was like, all right, we'll do that. Okay.
This was the size of the one I was telling you about, Corbin Carroll, that looked like these stained glass.
Yep. It looks like a tobacco card. Because they used to put those in packs of tobacco in the early 1900s. That's how you had the Honus Wagner T206 card.
So some of us got bubble gum
so damn rare
from 1930, and some of us got tobacco.
Yep. All right.
I got the bubble
So the last card I'm going to show you.
Stay away from the tobacco.
Yes. The last card I'm going to show you is not for sale because it is already sold. This will be getting packaged up shortly, and it will be getting sent out later today. So I just want to shout him out because this is the person I have sold it to. Lions Cards on Instagram is who I sold it to. It is the first one of these particular case hit that I ever bought. It is a 2023 Jalen Hurts kaboom. Absolute kaboom. And it's the vertical kaboom. It's the horizontal kaboom. I paid...
Here, I'll hold that while you're talking about it.
Yeah. So I paid $800 for that. Within 5 seconds, I had people that wanted it. Posted it on my Instagram story. Multiple people reached out about it. Lions Cards and I made a deal at $875. That will be getting sent out in the mail very shortly. So this will be getting out today, and hopefully it's in hand for you by Wednesday. But it was a really cool card. I'd never had a kaboom before. I'd bought downtowns, but I'd never bought a kaboom before. And safe to say, this kaboom is not going to last more than 24 hours in my collection.
No.
It is.
It didn't last 12 hours.
You're right. Because it was sold. It didn't last 6 hours. Wait. When did I buy it? I bought it like 2:30.
Okay.
I sold it by like... All right. It didn't last 8 hours.
Yes.
It did not last 8 hours in my collection.
Okay,
But,
so how
hey,
about this?
Quick $75. I sold it for $875. Not going to complain one bit. Absolutely not going to.
And if it lasted more than 8 hours, you're supposed to call your doctor.
Yes.
Just
Because Viagra is not all that healthy for you.
No. It's not.
No, it's not.
Anything that artificially makes your body do something is not good. Anyways, so I want to give some shout-outs myself. I want to shout out Chad for taking my 2 Donovan McNabbs and respecting one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Syracuse quarterback of all time. I know some of you think it's Don McPherson. I would understand that as well. Shout out to...
Is it bad that I don't know who that is?
It's okay. Shout out to Ian, who is responsible for getting me my Pete Alonso. I would like to also shout out Austin, who is teaching high school lacrosse in Pennsylvania. And I want to give a shout out to Edgar, who has started a podcast, and he is from Puerto Rico, and he is looking to tell his story. Also want to shout out Tony and his incredible dreads and all of the wonderful people that I got to meet at the show today. So many of you, please connect with us on Facebook at WakeUpCallDT, X at CallDT, Instagram at WakeUpCall_DT. I appreciated everyone that I got to meet, all the networking we got to do, the awesome conversations, the tidbits I got to learn about your lives, and more than anything else, I loved seeing the parents with their kids, because when I saw you come up to the table and walk around today, I thought about my mom holding my hand and bringing me through looking for cards, as well as my grandmother's growing up. And at 38 years old, my mom, to this day, goes to the card shop, GG Cards and Breaks, and puts she'll buy me cards on a random day to tell me to just say, hey, I love you, honey, and I was thinking about you. She puts them in my Easter basket. She puts them in my Christmas stocking, and they're from GG Cards and Breaks. So all these years later, almost over 30 years later, my mom is still that mom, holding my hand in the card show, bringing me around, and wanting to be a part of something I care about so much. So to all the parents that are making those memories, and some of you making those memories for the first time today at Fishtown, keep doing it. Support and love your parents. Support and love your kids. Be good to each other, and remember to grow together. Everybody can learn something from everybody.
Saw a lot of young kids at the show today.
Yeah, and at the
I tell
trade
you
nights,
what.
there's a ton of them too.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. Some of these kids had some nasty cards, man. I saw some sick cards out of
I bought from teenagers and children. I bought from people 17 and under today, and got some of the best cards that I showed you today. So
some of them, I'd like to know where they get the money from.
they have nicer cases than I do.
I'm not even kidding. Like, there was a couple of younger, like, the kid couldn't have been more than 14. Has a couple, 4-figure cards
Like
in his
8-year-olds
box.
coming
and I'm
up to mine.
a couple 4-figure cards in his box. I'm like, where do you get the money for this stuff?
I'm like, how do you even know what this is? You're 8.
I don't get it. But hey, good for them.
Yeah.
I think it's great that kids are a huge part of the hobby, right? I mean,
They are the future of it.
They are the future of the hobby, right? So we would not be, continuing the way we are without them. So
Yeah.
it was really cool to see a lot of good young kids that were walking around and some of them maybe buying their first card in their life, or they were just in the area and they wanted to check it out and see.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool.
One of the kids that came to my table, I bought a couple things off of him, and he, those kids would come, multiple kids came up and said, I want to, there's a card I really want that's online, or there's a card that I really want that's in, the other room, and I want to be able to get it. And so, like you giving them some money for a card that I add to my showcase, and then that goes toward theirs. And I said to one of the kids, I was like, go get that card, go get that. And
The kid I bought the
was cool.
lot from had a card in mind that he wanted.
Yeah.
And needed me to take that stuff before he.
Well, I love that. It's like when you can look at someone and be like, like you can be a part of that really cool memory and moment they're going to have, and say, go get that. And I told one kid, because he had the box and his dad was kind of hanging out, and he's like, oh, it's my dad's collection. And he's like, well, he's the negotiator. He's the one that's wheeling and dealing. There was a couple dads like that. And I told one of the kids, I said, remember, you're selling your dad's cards, but you get 90%, he gets 10, is what I said to him. So
100%.
I was like, if you're the guy doing it, you're doing the work. So
100%.
awesome show. A lot of fun.
You know what I can say about how good that show was? Kaboom.
Kaboom. I like
The video we posted from last night. All I know is, like, obviously an inside joke. Now y'all get it.
Yeah.
Now y'all
your one
actually
word was
understand.
kaboom. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Which is also what people say after 8 hours of Viagra.
But.
So.
Yeah, you're not kidding. That's yeah.
There's been 3 sexual jokes on the show today.
That's a bad count for us.
At least 3.
It's the in-person shows.
Yeah. A lot of sexual stuff here.
Oh boy. But yeah, it was an awesome show.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to Fishtown Card Show for putting on such a great show again. And I wish I could do Saturdays too. I can only do the Sunday. But even for just the Sunday, I thought it was great.
Yeah, we always do good.
I know we were chatting before about the difference in the draw for the one day versus the fact that we used to do the 1-day show versus the 2-day show. For me, obviously, have not really experiencing Saturdays.
Yeah.
I think the Sundays have been great.
Yeah.
I think they've been great. So
no complaints.
I'm pumped about it. I like the fact that you can do the 1 day for. You get 2 tables. It's $100 a piece for the tables, and
yeah.
You're meeting with some good people. I saw a lot of familiar faces at that show, and
yeah.
The kid that pulled the Connor Bedard young guns was across the way from me again. So it was good to see him again. He got both of those graded. Both came back 8s, unfortunately, but you know that's okay. He's still gonna do okay on those cards.
Shout out to Mike, who did business with both of us. Former police officer.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Law enforcement is exactly what he told me.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your service, Mike.
If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. I'm sure you can, you and Brian can bust my chops about that.
Yeah,
next time I see is. But
I met a nice gentleman today too that came back twice. Bought something, and he was wearing a firefighter patch. Mm-hmm. I asked him if it was his, and he said no, it's actually for my brother. And I said, well, you thank your brother for his service. I said, the next time you see him, please tell him thank you from you and I. And, yeah, he was super nice. So to everybody, and to, I saw some walking around as well. It's, as you know, hit home in a way that it shouldn't have to in my hometown of Syracuse, New York. And I just want to remind people that, yes, there are people in every profession that are not the greatest. There are people that make mistakes. They could be broadcasters, media people. They could be pilots, teachers, law enforcement officials. There are people that whatever aren't maybe right for the job, but you cannot take a small select few and count that as the many. I think the media has done a really horrendous job of painting a horrible picture of people in law enforcement and people that are first responders and whatnot in general. And I know that there's some out there that should not have done the things that they've done, but at the same time, the overwhelming amount of people that put their lives on the line to run into a fire, to run into a car wreck, to be out on snowy roads, to go in the midst of gunfire, to try and get kids out of school, and so on and so forth. These people that put their lives in harm's way at all times, you have to remember they have wives, they have husbands, they have girlfriends, they have boyfriends, they have children, they have parents, they have friends, they have best friends, they have brothers and sisters, they have neighbors, and they're trying to get home too. So I want to thank our law enforcement people for keeping us safe at the Rivers Casino in Philadelphia. I want to thank the incredible law enforcement in general for your tireless effort to make sure that everybody gets home safe and sound. And I want to thank everyone that wears a badge and understands what it truly means to protect and serve, and above all things to protect and serve under one true, holy, and everlasting God. So thank you to our law enforcement. Thank you to our first responders. Thank you to everyone who runs toward danger and not away from it. Without you, there would be no freedom. So thank you. And with that being said, we're going to take our final step aside, and we're going to come back and talk about the NFL draft. Murph will tackle his Jets, and I will tackle my Jaguars, and we will tell you the grade that we're going to give your Jets and my Jaguars right after this as we watch the end of the draft together in Pennsylvania. And, of course, we will be covering the draft throughout this week and in the coming weeks as we break down how I think these teams have done, how I thought the first round went, the history that was either tied or created in the first round this year, and all of the awesome stuff that happened. The Jets and the Jaguars take center stage right after this fast break. And for maybe the first time ever, the Jets drafted the final pick of the NFL draft.
I don't know if it's the first time ever, but it's the first time that I can remember, that's for sure.
Which I refuse to call irrelevant. We'll talk about that after this fast break on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets life. This is DT and Murphy. In these unique times, there are those in our community that give us a sense of normalcy and positivity. Pizza Man on 50 Oswego Street in Baldwinsville has been here for you for over 35 years and is here now. Call 315-638-1234 or order online at pizzamanbville.com to bring those familiar tastes into your home. And remember to come see our monthly on-site broadcasts centered around the community and our Baldwinsville Bees. Pizza Man in Baldwinsville. Any way you slice it, they are always here for you. Looking for your next ride? Look no further than Great Lakes Honda City, located on 7140 Henry Clay Boulevard in Liverpool, New York. Serving our community for decades, their new and pre-owned vast array of vehicles are available to you Monday through Saturday on site. To search from home, shop at GreatLakesHondaCity.com. Call 315-365-5576 to set up an appointment. That's 315-365-5576 for Great Lakes Honda City, 7140 Henry Clay Boulevard in Liverpool, New York. Great cars, great people, Great Lakes.
Our corporate purpose at Chick-fil-A is to glorify God by being faithful stewards of all that's entrusted to us and to positively influence all those who come in contact with Chick-fil-A. And what became increasingly clear from our success in Cicero is that people love Chick-fil-A. And also I think we recognize that, we had a great opportunity to grow the brand and grow our platform. I felt incredibly grateful when I was selected to be a Chick-fil-A operator. I think what it's meant for me, what I've come to realize on a very deep level is that this is a calling for me. It's not a career, it's not a job. The Lord called me to be a Chick-fil-A operator and to use these restaurants to glorify Him and to positively influence other people. I'm blessed. I'm very blessed.
Head to Chick-fil-A Clay on 3974 State Route 31 in Liverpool, New York.
Carvel DeWitt, it's what happy tastes like. Do you know why? Because we make ice cream. Creamy, rich, flavorful ice cream. Not yogurt or iced milk like some of our competitors. Ice cream. Fresh, by hand, daily. For the calorie conscious, we have something new for you. Our new Carvelite. Same great flavor, creaminess, and texture of our regular ice cream with only 35 calories an ounce. So whether you want an ice cream cake, flying saucer, dasher, carvalanche, hard or soft ice cream, we will satisfy your craving with our fresh, handmade regular or new Carvelite ice cream. Carvel DeWitt. It's what happy tastes like.
The Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus, New York is located on 3680 Milton Avenue in the Home Depot Plaza. It is your family-friendly sports bar and restaurant. Folks, some sports bars aren't family-friendly. Some family-friendly restaurants are not sports bars. The Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus, New York is proud to be both. It is that marriage that you've been looking for years. The Wildcat Sports Pub is your home base for your sports bar and restaurant needs, games for the kids, indoor and outdoor activities, and enough things on the menu to come back every single week and get to try something new. They're open Sundays from noon to 8 p.m., Monday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to midnight. For reservations and party information, call 315-487-2222 for the Wildcat family-friendly sports pub and restaurant.
GG Cards and Breaks. Like, comment, subscribe.
GG Cards and Breaks, coming to you on 639 Delmar Place in Syracuse, New York, is your one-stop sports card shop, and they do things differently. GG Cards and Breaks truly cares, and they show that by their attention to detail and their constant keeping up with the trends and the different things that are going on, whether it be their singles, their graded cards, their packs and boxes. They're always looking for the next thing to bring into the store for you, and they're the only store that I know that has every MLB, NFL, and NBA team in their own box. And these aren't just basic cards. These are cards that could be numbered. They could be autos, they could be rookies, they could be patch cards. A lot of great stuff. You never know what you're going to find. What place can I go to in central and upstate New York where I could find my Arizona Diamondbacks, my Jacksonville Jaguars, and my Toronto Raptors all in the same place? GG Cards and Breaks does that. They also have Disney Lorcana and Pokemon, and a fantastic staff attentive to what you are looking for and to try and help you find that, be it baseball, basketball, football, soccer, all sport, AEW, UFC, as well as the WWE and so on and so forth. They're Marvel cards, and like I said, Disney Lorcana and Pokemon. They also have everything you need to start and keep your collection looking great, from their binders to their sleeves to their top loaders of all different shapes and sizes, their one-touch cases, their opportunity, the different things that they offer you in order to showcase your booklets and more. And they now have a new binder case for graded cards for you to put your slabs in, and they have boxes for you to put your cards in. So many great things at GG Cards and Breaks. Literally anything and everything to get your collection started and sustain it. You never know what they're going to have the next day. That's why they're open 7 days a week, so that you can come back. That is 639 Delmar Place in Syracuse, New York, right off at Teal Ave. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and on Sundays from 10 to 5. With that being said, here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, inside of DT and Murphy, I have a few cards to show you, and the reason why I want to show you these cards is, number one, Murph and I just did a deal during the break, and number two, this
not a big deal.
It's important to me. It's personal to me. So I never got an Aces card. And I ended up getting an Aces card in a pack that I got from GG Cards and Breaks. But this is one of my favorite pitchers. He's the reason why I started watching and paying more attention to the Mets and having a connection to the Mets.
That one hurt me a little bit to give you.
It did? Do you want it back?
Not really.
And that is Jacob DeGrom.
Have it.
It's his Aces card. So there's Jacob
They
DeGrom.
call it for all aces, I think, is what
Yeah,
they call it.
all Aces.
The insert from last year.
So
I could probably get another one, to be honest.
this is a Jacob DeGrom Mets. I only want Mets stuff when it comes to him. I still need to get his auto,
Agreed.
which I love his auto. It looks like wings.
I mean, I have one of them that you could probably, I would give you.
Okay, we can talk about it. This is a refractor dual color here, red and yellow, in focus, Ahmad Sauce, Gardner, and non-numbered here. But this is an in focus one for Sauce. So this is another one going into my collection, and that is because I am a fan of Sauce, covering him at Cincinnati and spending time around him in the program. And then these are both the same player, but this was interesting today. Somebody came to me looking for the rookie ticket. I had the college ticket, but he was specifically looking for Desmond Ritter, and he was looking for an auto of Desmond Ritter, and I actually have a numbered auto of Desmond Ritter. It's numbered to 25. It's a nice-looking auto. It's a college ticket, and it is his time in Cincinnati, and it's the red parallel. So if you are watching and you are...
Gigi's,
Yeah, this is from Gigi's. So if you're watching, and I bought it off of them, I actually bought it when Alex was working there. If you are, so you can go see Alex, you can go see Joel, Josh, Anthony, and the whole gang over at GG Cards and Breaks. So to the person that was looking at this, if you are watching my show and you are interested from Fishtown Card Show, send me a message. And then Murph and I just did this during the commercial break. It is the black and white. So the...
I think they call it like
The negative, yeah.
variation.
So it's the negative variation of Desmond Ritter's rookie card, and it is a 9 out of 10 PSA.
Don't mind my sticker price on it. I gave it to him for $5.
Yeah, and I'm just a fan of Desmond Ritter, and I'm a fan of Sauce, so it made sense to have Ritter, and Sauce all together there from Cincinnati. By the way,
Because kaboom.
And the reason why... I support them because I got to cover the team. And Nippert Stadium is just incredible, and what the band does, and how they come in pregame, and what they do during the game, and the music that they play, and the way the fans get involved. Never seen anything like it. It was really unique to Cincinnati and special. And on top of that, I have to shout out that a couple of years ago, when Georgia, I believe, had 12 players taken in the NFL draft, it overshadowed the fact that Cincinnati had 9. So shout out to the Cincinnati Bearcats. I miss you in the American, but I'm happy for you in the Big 12, and I continue to cover you because I respect you. And Luke Fickell, the former coach who did all that work with Cincinnati, is in Wisconsin right now. So God bless to him as well. So, yeah, I'm happy that this conversation brought about 2 Desmonds and 2 Sauces and a Kaboom. So let's talk NFL.
Kaboom.
Let's bring in the NFL
I
draft.
missed this. I've only had it for...
You've had it for 5 seconds.
I've had it for what feels like 2 seconds, and then it's going to be gone already.
So the NFL draft happened. We did, of course, a wake-up call on-site on location, off the rails with Al, featuring Al Romano. We went to Pizza Man for the third year in a row, and from the stage at Pizza Man on draft night to usher in the draft, we brought you on 50 Oswego Street in Baldwinsville, New York, our live mock draft. Al picked picks 1 through 32, so did I. Al had an uncanny, I think he got the first 6 or 7 in a row, and we had a pretty good night of predicting. There's also a crazy night of trying to understand Buffalo and Atlanta. Jacksonville pulled off a coup, got the guy I predicted, plus got an extra pick this year and a third and a fourth round next year, which made them look like geniuses. Shout out to Trent Belke and the entire staff in the front office and Shad Khan and company with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And now Murph and I are here to give you our assessment of his Jets, my Jaguars, and we're going to tell you who they picked. And Murph will start with his Jets, and then he will give his overall thoughts, and I will follow with the Jaguars. Murph, take it away.
Yeah, so Jets started out picking at number 10. We all thought there were going to be some trades at the top of the first round. And we get to the 9th pick. No, there's been no trades yet.
Yeah.
The Bears we thought might trade down because of the fact that they didn't really have any draft picks in the draft this year. Or any picks in the draft this year, for that matter. They did not, surprisingly enough, which was interesting. Yeah. But they stayed put and they took Roma Dunze, which basically was telling us that the Jets were not getting the guy they wanted.
Yeah.
They would have taken Roma Dunze at 10.
It was my original prediction
without
was
question.
Caleb Williams 1, Roma Dunze to the Bears 9.
Yep. And I'm not surprised at all that he went 9.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be a great player. I think having him there for Caleb Williams is gonna be really good. But the Jets ended up calling Minnesota and convincing them to move up one spot to take J.J. McCarthy, in which they added a 4th and a 5th round pick in this year's draft, sent back a 6th round pick, and it worked out okay because they still got the guy that they would have taken at 10 anyway in Olu Fashanu.
Yeah.
Now, as far as my thoughts on the pick, very good player. I think he's got a good future in the league as a left tackle, but just boring. And I've been saying this all weekend. Like, when your team drafts an offensive lineman in the first round, it's just boring. It's not that it's a bad pick, because it's not at all. It's just boring compared to they could have had Brock Bowers.
I thought they were
at 11, but apparently they never really considered Brock Bowers over Olu Fashanu.
Boo.
So, which is unfortunate, but. They did go in the 3rd round and get Malachi Corley out of Western Kentucky, which I thought, after watching some film and hearing a little bit about him, I think that's going to be a really good one. They traded up to the first pick in the 3rd round to get him. I think that one was a good value pick. It seemed like he was going to be there, or he wasn't going to be there much longer than the middle of the 2nd round, and he kept falling and falling and falling, and the next run on receivers didn't come until after they picked him. So Malachi Corley went to the Jets at the top of the 3rd round, and that worked out. What the heck is happening here? I'm trying to
back and forward. I just hit back.
There we go.
There you go.
Because I was trying to find a screen here for that. Next pick, they got a compensatory pick from Baltimore. They made 3 trades in the 4th round. They did not pick at all until the very end of the 4th round. And they picked a running back out of Washington in Braylon Allen. Interesting. Was not expecting him to go running back after taking Izzy Abanikanda last year. But supposedly they aren't as high on Izzy as we thought.
From University of Pitt.
He was from Pitt?
Izzy.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I'm like, Pretty sure it says Washington. And then we get to my favorite pick of the entire draft, and the New York Jets with the 171st selection, after trading up 2 spots with the Philadelphia Eagles, selected quarterback Jordan Travis from Florida State University. Mm-hmm. That was my favorite pick in the entire draft for anybody, any team. I loved that from the second I heard it. I'm teaching a lesson on Saturday afternoon, and my student that was in there, he's also a football fan too. So, because the Jets and Eagles were on the clock, and he was an Eagles fan. So we wanted to, I just pulled it up on my phone, like just who was picking, because we knew the Jets and Eagles were coming up soon. And then I peek at one point, and it's like, oh, they made a trade. I'm like, the Jets made a trade with the Eagles. Yeah. And they picked Jordan Travis, and I got very, very excited.
Traded up to get him.
Yeah. But I'm interested to see if you want to share that text conversation. And if not, that's okay. But
yeah. So those of you that have listened to the show for years and watched, thank you. And I said a long time ago, when Justin Fuente left Memphis for Virginia Tech, that, he obviously had done a good job. He put Memphis on the map and was sending guys to the NFL. And I didn't know what was going to happen in Memphis. And then Mike Norvell stepped in, and he was there for 4 years. He did an incredible job. He put his own stamp on. He built off what Justin Fuente did and continued just that, locomotive from Memphis and sent a bunch of guys to the NFL. There's still numerous guys in the NFL from the University of Memphis, many running backs. At one point, there was like 5 at least, if not 6, guys that were either starters or in the 2 deep in the NFL that were running backs from Memphis, not just former Memphis players. And when I went to his press conference at the Liberty Bowl, when they finally won their first and only American Athletic Conference championship up to this point, after that, he had made the decision to leave and go to Florida State. And I was in the room interviewing him for the AAC championship, the Memphis, trophy and all that good stuff, and enjoying some really good chicken barbecue. And then finding out that he was going to Florida State. And my words to Florida State fans were to be patient, to understand that they got a good one, and that I believed that within the next 3 to 4 years he would have Florida State in the right direction and vying for, just being a good team. And Papa Joe echoed those sentiments. He said, in 3 years, trust me, this team can win a national championship. The college football playoff took that from them, and an unfortunate injury to Jordan Travis also took that from them. And Jordan Travis, through no fault of his own, was unable to play. And ultimately, the college football playoff made a terrible precedent, which I hope that they never continue.
Well, and they can't now with the expanded playoff.
That's
why they did it.
You would hope that they can't do this again.
Yeah,
but
I hope so.
But Florida State kept out of this and kept out of the playoff after winning the ACC championship and going undefeated the whole entire season, non-conference, in the conference, in 8 games, and in the ACC championship game without Jordan Travis. They still won that game. The defense banded together. They were punished. A bunch of guys jumped in the transfer portal. I don't think that the NCAA understands, or the college football playoff, I should say, understands how much negativity they put on the program. And Mike Norvell continues to be a trooper. He was visibly upset when I had the opportunity to speak with him, and rightly so. And you could tell he was holding himself back. So Murph had said, and I'm a big fan of Jordan Travis. I've interviewed him multiple times over multiple years, and a big fan of Mike Norvell, who I've covered for now at least 8 years. And so I texted Mike and congratulated him, and he appreciated that. And then I wrote back to him and I said, my buddy is a huge Jets fan, speaking of Brendan Murphy. And, of course, Ross, I know you're out there as well. And Joe Russell, I know there's a bunch of Jets fans. And I was talking to Murph. We were playing music bingo at Barley Creek. And
Bingo tunes.
Bingo Tunes.
This freaking guy won twice out of 3 games.
I told you
Twice.
that. I told you the first card
And
had
we
way
never
too much
win
music.
squat when we go and play.
When you give me a
He
card
comes
that
down
has
once
the
and he
music,
wins twice.
when you have a card that has the music that I not only love, but that I've been playing for the past week and a half, I felt good about the card.
Did you enjoy Bingo Tunes though?
I didn't think I was going to win the second one. I was confident. I was hopeful. I almost won the third one, and I think they gave me a bad board.
Yeah.
But
Did you enjoy it though?
yeah, it was awesome. I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
fun.
I've hosted stuff like that. I've gotten to be on the other side of it. It's fun. Honestly, I mean, I trust you. So, when you were like, oh, do you want it? I was like, to me, it's like food.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what else we would have done.
I was
last
like,
night.
food, time with Murph, fun game, something to win, go out and do something in the community.
Mm-hmm.
So I texted Mike Norvell and I told him, I said, my buddy's a huge Jets fan and he's very happy with the pick. I said, and that's because he's a smart man. And he wrote back to me, the exact words, pardon me, were he laughed, but he also wrote back to me these words, and it's a short message, but it was nice. And if you know Mike's personality, he put, "Ha, yes indeed." So hopefully him and I will be talking soon, and look forward to that. Hopefully on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, by the grace of God, sometime soon. But I did want to let him know that I was happy for Jordan. And, of course, I tagged Jordan and put out a special post for Jordan. Also want to give a shout-out later in the draft in the 7th round to the Green Bay Packers getting a steal in Tulane Green Wave quarterback Michael Pratt, who I also covered over many years, and his coach at the time, Willie Fritz. They went to, not this past season, but the season before, they went to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic in Arlington, Texas, in Cowboy Stadium. It was the first time I went to Cowboy Stadium. Got to experience a bunch of things. Got to experience something with my grandfather, who's been passed on for over 30 years, which was really cool. And got to experience something with my dad, my mom, my dog. So I had a great time at the game. Tulane came back, and the team as a whole, offense, defense, and special teams, banded together to beat the number 1 pick, Caleb Williams, and USC. So I just want Green Bay and the NFL to be put on notice that I believe that Michael Pratt is not only capable to be your number 2 quarterback, but could eventually step in as your number 1. And wherever he is, whether he's staying in Green Bay or moves, I do want the NFL to understand that he is a number 2 that can step in. He was pushed to the side before, and he beat the number 1 pick with his team, Caleb Williams. So I am more than excited to see Mr. 7th round Michael Pratt prove himself, and also to see Jordan Travis with an opportunity within the next
Probably 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I would say within the next couple of years to fight for the starting job
The reason
for the New York
I think
Jets.
This could be such a great pick in the long run. They will probably be able to put him on IR this year, so he won't even take up a roster spot.
Yeah.
So they could put him on IR for the year. He won't even take up a roster spot. He could still be around the team. He could still learn from Aaron Rodgers and Tyrod Taylor. And
He, like Travis Etienne Jr., would essentially be a rookie in his second year.
Yeah. For the most part.
Because Travis tore his ACL going in.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing I liked about Jordan Travis, realistically, is the maturity that he's had over the last couple of years. Watching him in the FSU Florida game last year versus watching him over the course of this year, it looked like a totally different player. It looked like a guy that was a lot more, comfortable in the pocket, willing to make plays with his legs.
Syracuse knows all about that.
Willing to make the good throws when he needs to. Mm-hmm. I really do think he is a guy that can be successful in the league.
Yeah.
And I was saying for probably a good 3 or 4 months, I want Jordan Travis on this team. And I was thrilled that they took him. I know Michael Pratt was a guy that the Jets were interested in. I was shocked to see him not go as in the draft as late as he did.
Yeah. I'm surprised the Falcons didn't pick him up. so that they could have 3
I'm
quarterbacks.
surprised the Raiders didn't draft him.
I'm kidding about the Falcons. That pick was insane.
I
like Michael Penix. I just don't understand.
I don't understand the
I like Michael Penix. I just don't understand giving a guy $100 million guaranteed over 4 years with the opportunity for $180 million, and then getting a top 10 quarterback pick at number 8 and drafting Michael Penix, unless you told Michael he's going to sit for 2 years
or more. He's gonna be
or if you're going to pay
30 before he plays,
or if you pay Kirk Cousins to sit like the New York Knicks paid Stephon Marbury.
Oh my goodness!
$22 million a year to sit.
You know, I played basketball against his nephew,
Stephon.
Mm-hmm.
My sneakers, the Starberries of what was it? Stephen Barry's. I got them in Pennsylvania, in Scranton, right by Marywood University, our alma mater. They were black leather, and they were orange and blue. I got more compliments on those sneakers than any other sneaker that I think I've ever worn in my life, and they cost me, with no tax, $14.99.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, I look at Jordan Travis and I see a guy that can, step in 2 to 3 years when Aaron Rodgers calls it a career, and hopefully the Jets 2 to 3. I'm thinking 2 as well, but I'm praying for 3.
I just want Aaron to stay healthy for 1 year.
I just want Aaron to win the Jets a Super Bowl. Aaron, if you win the Jets a Super Bowl, you will be a legend in New York, and your legacy will be cemented forever.
He'll be a legend in New Jersey.
Will you? Yes, but will he be the GOAT over Tom Brady? Absolutely not. Yeah. But New York fan, New York
has a shot.
Yes, absolutely he does. But if you can bring a Super Bowl to New York, to the Jets,
yeah,
you will be a bigger legend in New York than Joe Namath. As crazy as that is to sound, as that is to say,
I don't think
Broadway Joe
more than Broadway Joe.
I think so, because he's the guy that broke the drought. Joe Namath guaranteed it, but Aaron Rodgers, came into New York. What I would argue is a completely changed man, a different attitude than he ever had in Green Bay.
We'll see.
A new, rejuvenated excitement to play football.
We'll see.
And it seems like the Achilles injury actually did, it really kind of gave him the motivation to say, I want to keep playing.
Well,
I'm really hoping that's the case, but I know that could be a hot take, saying that he could be a bigger and more of a legend in New York than Joe Namath, but I think it's entirely possible. Now, granted, Joe Namath and those 1968 New York Jets also essentially forced the AFL-NFL merger, because it was the last Super Bowl. You had the AFL and the NFL, but I give credit where credit is due for Aaron. Joe Namath gave him his blessing to wear number 12. And Aaron told him, no. You are the one and only number 12 on the New York Jets.
That was a nice move.
That was very nice.
Classy.
That was very classy. I kind of figured Rodgers would have ended up wearing 12.
Classier than Susie. I just want to kiss you.
I kind of assumed that Rodgers was going to continue to wear 12, but when I found that out, that he wasn't going to do that, and he was basically telling Joe Namath, like, no,
yes,
it's your number. I appreciate the gesture, but it's your number. I'm gonna wear something different.
Yeah,
that was very classy on his part.
It was.
But as far as the rest of the draft goes, they did take another running back, in Isaiah Davis from South Dakota State. Don't really understand that one. I don't really know much about him, but I don't really get why you take 2 running backs in the same draft when you've already got Breece Hall.
They did take Breece Hall after Michael Carter.
They did, but that was
after.
Back-to-back years.
Yeah, it
wasn't in the same draft though.
Well, I mean, this guy.
If the same draft, he's a returner, right?
Well, you could say return. You could say practice squad. You could say help on the scout team. Or you could see somebody need somebody down the road, and they take them. By the way, the Dakota guys can play like crazy. North and South Dakota. Student athletes, shout out to you because you don't get spoken about enough, and a lot of people think Carson Wentz, but there's a lot of players, Christian Watson being one of them.
Yep. And then you had, I'm going to see, I hope I get this right. Quantez Stiggers? Don't know. Oh, he was the CFL guy from the Toronto Argonauts.
Okay. They know how to ball out.
I was looking at, why is there no
I see
school?
your
But I'm
route,
like,
John.
oh, he was the CFL guy.
Yeah.
So good for him. I think that, getting some depth at corner is always nice out of round 5. And then the pick number 257, Mr. Irrelevant, Jalen King, the safety from Alabama. Jets definitely needed to pick up a safety in this draft, and they did that. As far as my grade is concerned,
Yeah.
I want to give them an A. Okay. I really do. But I'm going to give them a B+.
Okay.
The reason being, I love the Jordan Travis pick.
Yeah.
I think Malachi Corley is going to be a very good player. I'm just going to take points away because the first round was just too boring. Okay. I think I think it was a great pick.
Yeah.
I like Olu Fashanu. I think he could be a very good NFL player. Could be a great left tackle for years to come. I just think in the win now situation that you're in right now, Brock Bowers should have been the pick.
Yeah, but with all honesty, teams that wear the color green don't like to give Aaron Rodgers a wide receiver in the draft.
That's true. So I'm gonna give him a B+ because I do think Bowers should have been the pick there because you got a 2-year window.
My pick.
You've got a 2-year window for Aaron Rodgers.
That was my pick.
You need to, now. Granted, protection is very important. You're counting on 2 guys on the outside at the tackles that have not played a full season in quite some time. Tyron Smith has not played a full season in almost 10 years. So that's something else to think about too. But overall, B+. Love the Jordan Travis pick. Liked Malachi Corley. I like the Fashanu pick. I just wish I think they could have gone Bowers there, but
yeah,
I completely understand the pick. So I'm gonna go B+ for the Jets.
Yeah, I thought Brock Bowers was the pick there. The Raiders ended up getting Brock Bowers. They like to collect tight ends. They have Michael Mayer as well.
I didn't get that.
Out of Notre Dame.
I didn't get that. What?
They like to collect. They can't help themselves. It's like the Tennessee Titans. There was the notion that Tennessee was like, are they going to take a receiver? Because at 7 or 8 overall, they do that thing where they take them, and thankfully they did not, and they gave themselves some much needed help up front. So
I think they I didn't particularly care for the J.C. Latham pick. I think they panicked when the Chargers took Joe Alt.
yeah, it was a good pick though for the Chargers. I mean, they needed other stuff, but it is a good pick. The Jacksonville Jaguars. This is what happened. In the 2024 NFL Draft, I predicted that night in the mock draft with Al Romano that the Jacksonville Jaguars, now I was interested in edge rusher Jared Verse out of FSU, but
Did he make it to your pick?
yes. No, was he right before my pick? So, no. Yeah, because they could have taken any of the 4 that they wanted, and then they could have taken 3 out of the 4. So the Jacksonville Jaguars, I predicted, ultimately, the number I put on my sheet, or the name I put on my sheet, was Brian Thomas Jr., wide receiver out of LSU. I put him as the 17th overall pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars. When the pick came in, it all of a sudden flipped to Minnesota. Then there was a glitch, and they put up the Jaguars. Well, they put up the Jaguars.
No, they took Dallas Turner, right?
Who did?
Minnesota.
Yes. So it said Jaguars. It said Minnesota pick. Then it said Jaguars selection. Then they took everything down. And ultimately, the Jaguars traded down 6 spots from 17 to 23. When they went down from 17 to 23, I said there's no way that they just went down 6 spots to do a solid for Minnesota. They have to have gotten something else. The specifics weren't out right away. Then it was announced that the Jaguars not only moved from 17 to 23 to stay in the first round, swapping picks with the Minnesota Vikings, but which I also said Minnesota was going to swap that pick, but I thought it was going to be with Arizona. So not only did the Jaguars stay in the first round, they gained a 5th-round pick in 2024, and they already had 2 in the 4th, and they had 1 in the 5th. So they had 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 1 at least in every single round. The highest compensatory pick of the NFL draft awarded by the league, which was number 96, which is in the 3rd round. And so moving 6 down from 17 to 23, they not only still got Brian Thomas Jr., my predicted player, the wide receiver out of LSU, but they also got a 5th-round pick in 2024, a 3rd and a 4th-round pick in 2025. They got a ton from Minnesota, and they still got their guy. So they came out of the first round. I got some congratulatory text messages. Thanks, Anthony Campbell, and everybody else who reached out to me. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your positive thoughts. And in round number 2, pick number 48 overall, they went with Mason Smith, defensive tackle out of LSU, to reunite their first 2 picks of the 2024 NFL Draft, both LSU Tigers, reuniting teammates Brian Thomas Jr. and Mason Smith. I said they needed help on the defensive line, definitely in the interior part. They went to that. I thought they would looked at getting a wide receiver. Brian Thomas Jr. made sense, and they picked him up. Round number 3, number 96, that compensatory pick, they picked up Jarrian Jones, cornerback out of Florida State. Jacksonville is notorious for drafting Florida State, UCF, Florida Gators. They love drafting the SEC, and they love keeping Florida student athletes in the state of Florida. So they picked up Jarrian Jones, cornerback out of Florida State. Round 4, number 114, they picked up Javon Foster, offensive tackle out of Missouri, for some much-needed help on the offensive line, especially in the anchor positions of tackle. They had 3 left tackles last year. And in round number 4, they also had 116, just 2 picks later. From New Orleans, they drafted Jordan Jefferson, defensive tackle out of LSU. So not only 3 LSU players reuniting on the Jacksonville Jaguars and staying in the South, but 2 D tackles fighting to be on the interior of this new-look defense, of a new defensive coordinator and an entire new defensive staff, and look to see what those schemes are going to be as we get closer to the season. Round number 5, pick number 153, they took DeAndre Prince, from cornerback out of Ole Miss and the Lane Train. Surprised they took 2 corners here after bringing in Ronald Darby and Darnell Savage, who can play a hybrid defensive back position. Round number 5, number 167 from Minnesota through Kansas City, they took Kellen Robinson, running back, Texas, another Southern guy here. As you see, their picks in every single one of their picks was in the South this year, which is crazy. And the majority of them from the SEC, and then some Big 12 love and some ACC love. Round number 6, number 212, compensatory pick. They spent it on kicker Cam Little, who PJ loves here. That kicker coming from Arkansas, the Arkansas Razorbacks. They need a kicker, and they drafted one in the 6th round, so they can pay him less and see how he does. And hopefully everything will turn out well, and Cam Little can get a big pay raise. Number 7, or the round 7 pick, 236, and their final pick of the draft was Miles Cole, defensive end out of Texas Tech, which left the Jaguars with a couple DBs, a kicker, 3 defensive linemen, 2 D tackles, 1 edge rusher, an offensive tackle, as well as a wide receiver. Offensive line, they only got 1 offensive lineman, no interior lineman. I can understand the tackle over the interior line, but they did not draft a tight end, so I didn't throw anything. They have Evan Engram, and last year they brought in another tight end within the draft. I don't think that the Jaguars need to draft a tight end. They brought in one from overseas. I believe he's one of the overseas players, came in and is going to play tight end for the Jaguars here potentially. And for those of you that don't know, the Jacksonville Jaguars also last year brought in Doug Peterson's son, Josh Peterson, who was on the team and then not on the team and then back on the team. And I believe that I'm checking the depth chart right now. He is on the depth chart going into training camp. So we have seen the return of Josh Peterson, Doug Peterson's son. They brought in DeGuara from overseas and Brenton Strange they drafted last year, and Luke Farrell they drafted in recent history. So they do not need a tight end at all. And so I'm happy that they did not draft a tight end. So we'll see what this does. I'd like to see maybe one more offensive lineman. I like that they went 3 defensive linemen. I'm okay with that. Linebacker I consider the strongest part of their defense. I like the increased depth in the defensive back world for their secondary. Wide receiver-wise, adding another guy who's going to join Christian Kirk and Zay Jones as well as Gabe Davis. And then looking at the fact that they have 3 running backs and they have 3 serviceable quarterbacks. So I'm going to say overall, I'm going to give the Jaguars a B+. It's hard for me to give any type of A anything because I want to see them play and I want to see them compete. So on paper, I'm okay with it. I feel good about it. They got draft capital this year and next year. They've been really smart with it. They've been drafting well in the last 3 years after having struggles for like a 6-year span. And when they made it to the divisional round of 2018, when they faced off against the Steelers, I wrote a story in Pittsburgh about the fact that the Jaguars had 43 players over a 6-year span that were drafted that were no longer on the team. So that team that made it to almost the Super Bowl, losing by 4 to the Patriots in Foxborough, was missing 6 years of draft picks, which tells me that they were drafting incorrectly. And now I think the draft has been different for them. It's been more positive. Hopefully we are heading towards 6 years of greatness and then 7 and 10 and 20. And we'll see where we go from here. But I'm going to go ahead and give them a B+. I like that they brought in a kicker. I still want my guy Riley Patterson to come back from Memphis, who spent a year with the Jaguars and helped them into the postseason. And they had 4 comeback victories that season. And I love that at the end, he took his cross off and held it, just dangled it. I think it was after the Chargers game, dangled it in front of the cameras and did not say a word. I asked him about it, and he said, he's like, if it came down to the end and I had to kick the game-winning field goal, all glory to God. So Riley, would really love to see you back in Jacksonville, but happy for Cam Little and welcome. And like I said, I'm good with the defensive ends. I'm good with I'd like one more lineman to come in, but ultimately B+ Jacksonville. And I look forward to the upcoming season. And I only have one word that could really sum up everything that I'm thinking about. It's not that word. It's
What?
DUUUVAL. So we love you, Duval County, and the Duval rally cry, my Jaguars. So we love you, Jacksonville. And any final words, Murph, before we hop out of here?
Kaboom.
Which are also Murph's final words of our primer for this show. Anything else you want to say? Nothing?
Not really. I mean, it was an awesome show at Fishtown, and I was absolutely thrilled that we were able to do it again, and it was a great time. So, looking forward to doing it again. The next one's in August, so we got a little bit of a reprieve for the summer before you're gonna come down for that one. That one's during our sale month, so it's going to be a little harder for me to get out of work at the appropriate time. But we'll do our best.
Yeah, so very excited for this. Excited for what's coming up. Thank you to the Fishtown Card Show once again for welcoming us with open arms. Thank you for giving us our booth. Booths, again, 119 and 120, right there in the entranceway to the show. And make sure you come out to the Fishtown Card Show in Philadelphia, as well as the Cherry Hill Show in New Jersey, and support these awesome promoters that we appreciate so very much. I want to thank you for tuning in and watching and listening to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on youtube.com/WakeUpCallDT and Facebook.com/WakeUpCallDT, as well as on WakeUpCallDT.podbean.com, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time worldwide. Once the shows go live, they hop into the archives. You can find us on Amazon Music, Audible, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts, Player FM, Podbean, Podchaser.com, Podvine, Spotify, TuneIn, and YouTube. All you have to do is search Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, or one word, Wake Up Call DT. And a big time thanks to our incredible partners in Central and Upstate New York. Carvel DeWitt, the Wildcat Sports Pub, Mon Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory, GG Cards and Breaks, Avicoli's, Canine Camp Dog Daycare, Chick-fil-A Cicero and Chick-fil-A Clay, Canine Campground Dog Boarding, Pizza Man, Great Lakes Honda City, and Mother's Cupboard. Of course, we are the exclusive multimedia marketing partner of your Lemoyne College Dolphins. It's Fins Up every single month on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. Find your Dolphins on Wednesdays during Dolphin Time at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, the first and third Wednesday of each month, AD and DT, featuring Athletics Director Bob Beretta and myself, Dan Tortora. The second and fourth Wednesday, the Dolphin Dive, diving into stories of student athletes, coaches, administration, future Dolphins, and alumni. Find all the content by subscribing to youtube.com/wakeupcalldt. Hit the notification bell. Find the Lemoyne Dolphins playlist on our YouTube channel. You can also find the Dolphins by swimming over to wakeupcalldt.com to the homepage, as well as underneath the exclusive partners tab. For more information, go to lemoynedolphins.com. And as always, Fins Up. By the way, big time love to women's lacrosse, who in their return to Division I is one of only two programs that were ever Division I programs at Lemoyne before Lemoyne became a Division I institution. Women's lacrosse and baseball returning to Division I, doing some awesome things, and women's lacrosse advancing to the NEC tournament in their first season in the conference in Division I. So big time shout out to Liz Bevel, the entire coaching staff, all the student athletes, alumni, and supporters of women's lacrosse. Bryan and Stratton College of Syracuse are the exclusive multimedia marketing partner as well of Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. In our multimedia marketing partnership, we bring you the Bobcat Buzz, diving into stories of student athletes, coaches, and administration. You will find all of these pieces on youtube.com/wakeupcalldt. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell, and of course, you can get yourself over to Bryan and Stratton College of Syracuse if you're looking to continue your education, begin your education if you never did go to college, and if you got some eligibility, like I do, you can head over to Bryan and Stratton College of Syracuse. They have a Syracuse campus on James Street, and they have a campus in Liverpool right off of Route 57, and it's actually right across the street from Avicoli's, so you can get some awesome food while you go to class and advance your life into the dreams that you don't have to sit and think about in bed, but you can actually live with a degree from Bryan and Stratton College of Syracuse. youtube.com/wakeupcalldt, and of course you can find the BSC Syracuse playlist there. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell, find the Bobcats on wakeupcalldt.com's homepage, and underneath the exclusive partners tab. For more information, go to syracuse.bscbobcats.com, and make sure you stay tuned this Wednesday to our Bobcat baseball special, and go Bobcats. The Binghamton University Bearcats are exclusive multimedia marketing partners with Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. You'll find the Bearcats during Bearcat Time. That Bearcat Time comes to you Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with our monthly specials, Moments with Marshall, featuring Gene Marshall, the Binghamton University Athletics Director, giving us a behind-the-scenes look at what's going on in athletics and at Binghamton overall, and the Bearcat Break Room with student athletes, coaches, and administration sharing their personal stories of their life's journey to the sport that they're playing, coaching, and competing in, as well as so many awesome things about their life. We always have some good laughs, deep conversation, and a wonderful time spotlighting the Bearcats in the Bearcat Break Room. You can see our special that aired over the weekend with Mary Grimes after being introduced as the Binghamton Bearcats women's basketball head coach. And you can also see our specials over the weekend with the history-making women's lacrosse team. For the first time ever, Binghamton Bearcats women's lacrosse are co-champions in the regular season, sharing a title with Albany in the America East with a 5-1 record. They are moving into the postseason that will start in early May. And you can see my conversations with the team right there on our YouTube channel on youtube.com/WakeUpCallDT. Make sure you click subscribe and hit the notification bell. And, of course, you can find our Binghamton University playlist on our YouTube channel. And do want to thank the head coach, Stephanie Allen, once again for our Bearcat Break Room on the field, as well as our Bearcat Break Room dual conversation with Olivia Muscolino, as well as Carla Kurth of Binghamton University's women's lacrosse team following their history-making day of becoming co-champions in the regular season for the first time ever and heading into the postseason. Find the Bearcats by clawing your way over to WakeUpCallDT.com's homepage and underneath the exclusive partners tab on WakeUpCallDT.com. For more information, go to BUBearcats.com and go Bearcats. With that being said, here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, I appreciate you. I thank you for being a part of the show. Make sure you head over to Ma and Pa's, the snack capital of Central and Upstate New York, 201 7th North Street in Liverpool, New York. Facebook at Wake Up Call DT, X at Call DT, Instagram at WakeUpCall_DT. For now, from Murph's Studios in the great state of Pennsylvania, we bid you adieu, and we look forward to speaking with you all soon. Murph, thank you for having me.
As always, my friend, you are always welcome in our humble abode, even though the next time you are down this way, it might be in a different studio.
Yeah. So we look forward to what that new look studio is going to be like. Hopefully, Murph and I will get to do some cool stuff before then, and we look forward to talking with you all soon. As you always know, I leave you with this. God bless, no stress, do your best. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and take care of yourselves and be good to each other.